What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers Report. And if this is your first time watching, make sure to subscribe right now because I'm your #1 source for all things Texas Rangers on YouTube. But also make sure to check out the Discord. That link will be in the description down below. So the Rangers have not stopped in their pursuit of talent for their team after the lockout. We started with Martin Perez, and then we went and traded Isaiah Falafa to the Minnesota Twins and acquired Mitch Garver. And now we have acquired utility man Brad Miller to a 1-year contract. I'm not sure how much he is going to get paid, but I do think this is a good signing. Honestly, I did not really know who he was before I heard he got signed last night. I was thinking, okay, is this a minor league deal or is this a major league deal? Because I know the Rangers have signed Jake Marisnick. I'm like, okay, is that a minor league contract? I really hope it is, but it's a major league deal, and I actually am really excited because this guy is a utility man. He's played all around the diamond in his career. Last year he played first base, right field, second base, third base, and left field. So I think he'll play third base for us. He'll platoon with the likes of Nick Solak and Andy Ibanez. Obviously, Brad Miller will get the majority of the reps because most of the pitchers in the MLB are right-handed pitchers. And this guy honestly rakes against right-handed pitching. Does this take us out of the running for an outfielder? No, I still think we will still go after an outfielder. I'll touch on that later in this video. Even though he plays outfield, I still think we're going to go after somebody. So like I was saying, Brad Miller is a beast against right-handed pitching. He has a career 113 weighted runs created plus and a career 335 WOBA against right-handed pitching. Although in the last 3 seasons, he has a 129 weighted runs created plus and a 366 WOBA, so that is really intriguing. But also, you look at his baseball savant numbers, he has an average exit velocity in the 91st percentile, a max exit velocity in the 91st percentile, hard hit percentage in the 84th percentile, expected WOBA in the 67th percentile, expected slugging in the 71st percentile, a barrel percentage in the 80th percentile, a walk percentage in the 86th percentile, chase rate in the 71st percentile, and sprint speed in the 62nd percentile. The things he's not so great in is strikeouts, which he's in the 7th percentile, a whiff percentage in the 13th percentile, and outs above average. So I think this is a really good signing. Obviously, it's going to be platoon. It's not like he's Kyle Schwarber or anything, which I'll talk about later. But you get a guy that can platoon with Andy Ibanez and Nick Solak, who in small sample sizes do rake against left-handed pitching. The thing with Brad Miller, he's not good at defense, even though he plays a lot of defensive positions, just like Nick Solak, not really good at any of those defensive positions. But it's good to note that Nick Solak versus left-handed pitching in his career, he has a 116 weighted runs created plus and a 343 WOBA, but he did have that good 2019 season, and the rest have just been pretty bad seasons. But that 2019 is kind of inflating his stats, and Ibanez, of course, is just his rookie season stats, but last season he had a 146 weighted runs created plus and a 384 WOBA. So hopefully that platoon could work next year for the Texas Rangers. Obviously, I do think Brad Miller could move around to other positions, but I do think a majority of his time will come at third base. So honestly, for a cheap signing for a guy that rakes against right-handed pitching, I think this is a great signing in my opinion. You got Brad Miller now. Hopefully, Ibanez and Solak can do well against left-handed pitching. Now you got Seager and Simeon and Lowe. I still think we need an outfielder, and specifically a right-handed bat, because we are kind of left-handed heavy with the likes of Nate Lowe, Corey Seager, Brad Miller, Cole Calhoun, and Willie Calhoun, and the only righties in our lineup. We have 4 righties in Marcus Semien, Mitch Garver, Adolis Garcia, and Nick Solak. But I think we're going to be platooning a lot with Calhoun, Willie Calhoun, Cole Calhoun, and Brad Miller. So I think the guys that they'll be platooning with is Ibanez, Solak, and probably a free agent that we signed. So maybe Jorge Soler or Tommy Pham. That's why I think this next outfielder that we sign needs to be a right-handed bat. Although if we sign a lefty, it's not the biggest worries. But on another note, Seiya Suzuki, the outfielder from Japan, signed with the Chicago Cubs on a 5-year, $85 million contract. And yes, we missed out. The Rangers had interest going into the lockout, but after the lockout, didn't really show any interest. I wish Suzuki the best, but we'll just see how his career pans out. I didn't really want to sign him because I think there is a lot of risk involved. That is a lot of money going out to Suzuki. I'd rather spend that money on other free agents like Jorge Soler or Tommy Pham. Kyle Schwarber signs with the Phillies to a 4-year, $79 million contract. That's almost $20 million a year. I don't think the Rangers they're never in on him, but I don't think they're ever willing to spend that type of money. Eddie Rosario re-signs with the Braves, 2 years, $18 million. I don't think he's worth that. That's $9 million. So I do think Jorge Soler, a better player, will probably cost a little bit more than that. Maybe $10 million, maybe $11 million. We'll see. Alex Dickerson signs with the Braves to a $1 million contract, I believe. But I think the Braves did this predicting that Jock Peterson or Jorge Soler or both are probably re-signing or signing with other teams. So I think this is notable for the Rangers. That's 4 outfielders off the board. We still need an outfielder. Even after the signing of Brad Miller, who is a utility man, I think he's just going to play most of his time at third base. So who is left for the Texas Rangers on the outfield market? You have Jorge Soler, Tommy Pham, Jock Peterson, who are probably the realistic options. And then you go look at the expensive options. You have Mikel Conforto, Nick Castellanos, and Chris Bryant. So I really don't think we're going to go after the expensive guys. And honestly, I really wouldn't mind Jorge Soler is my number 1, Tommy Pham my number 2, but I really don't care if we got any of those. And they're right-handed bats. And with the platooning that we're going to be doing this year, I really hope we go after one of those 2. I haven't heard any rumors that we're in on Tommy Pham, but I have heard that we're in on Jorge Soler. But I know other teams are in on Jorge Soler as well, like the Houston Astros, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Texas Rangers. So we will see how this market shapes up. I'm sure the Rangers will probably act quickly because spring training games are starting tomorrow, and the season's going to start pretty soon. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that just about wraps up the video. Brad Miller signing with the Texas Rangers, a 1-year deal. I think this is really underrated, especially if the platooning of Ibanez and Solak can work out. And Suzuki, who was on the Rangers' radar before the lockout, signing with the Cubs. And Schwarber, who was on your guys' radar, is signing with the Philadelphia Phillies. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below about all this. Who do you want the Rangers to acquire? Because I don't think we're done. I still think we have 2 more acquisitions for the Major League roster. Obviously, minor league transactions could probably happen. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I still think we need 1 more starter, 1 more outfielder, and I think our Major League team's pretty much set. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll see you on in the next one. Peace.